that's why I said all that singing, I'm back on dirty. Never leave the squad on God, I'm Michael Irving. 2:30 a.m. she tryna.
Oh, say does.
Welcome to the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And Clark, for these two teams, a lot of their action runs through the front court.
You're exactly right, BA, and I think that's where the game's going to ultimately be decided. I mean, we have to see which set of these bigs is going to impose their will, not just offensively, but defensively too.
A look at the opening lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Caruso and Williams make up the perimeter. Some serious height in the middle. Holmgren the 4, Hartenstein the 5. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in at the 1. Here's Edwards. Over to the wing. Gobert finds Edwards. Gobert with a screen on Caruso. And Edwards, here we go. And stolen by Hartenstein. It's a one-on-one situation. Pass to Caruso. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Edwards with it. Now guarded by Holmgren. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Nice job by Gobert finishing the play through the bump.
All right, Clark, how about Rudy Gobert? What consistency rebounding the ball.
Yeah, averaging double digits pretty much every season, BA, and that helps them in the battle of possessions, obviously. And it also helps them control pace. You've got a guy who eats glass like that and defends at a high level. You got something real good for yourself.
Here's Edwards. Following the bucket by Oklahoma City. DiVincenzo can't hit.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Here's Holmgren. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. DiVincenzo against Gilgeous-Alexander. DiVincenzo can't hit.
Coach loves the execution, just not the result. That's okay. That's part of the process.
It's blocked by Gobert.
Love the way Gobert goes after shots. He blocks quite a few and alters many more.
Williams against Edwards. Williams passes to Caruso. Shot clock at 6. Ooh, Gobert with a steal. Now here's McDaniels. Pass to Gobert. McDaniels inside. Gilgeous-Alexander defending. Man, there's McDaniels. That one's good on the assist from Gobert.
Basically just ignored that contact inside. Really tough finish by McDaniels.
The kick out to Williams. And he makes it on the layup. Williams has gotten his second bucket.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
The whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's his first foul. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Hartenstein. Holmgren with it. The 3 is up. And it's Gobert with a rebound.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
Edwards, that's good.
On the front foot, attacking the defense. This is Anthony Edwards at his best.
Williams passes to Hartenstein. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Down to 5 on the shot clock. 4-3. They grab their own miss. Goes back up. And it's Gobert with a rebound. For Minnesota, they've gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. And the foul on Alex Caruso. That's his first foul of the game.
And yeah, he still was moving at the point of contact.
Those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
Now here's Randall. Here's McDaniels. Oh, that doesn't go on the chance to tie. Clark, with Minnesota being a major player in the West now, Wolves Nation is howling.
Howling and growling, BA. That's the name of their fan base. And yeah, they're excited. And for good reason. Not only is this team competitive, but they can be downright dominant at times, especially at the defensive end of the floor. Easy group to cheer for.
Williams with it. He's picked up by Edwards. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Hartenstein. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And here's Caruso outside. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. The Timberwolves trail. Randall outside. Outside McDaniels. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall. McDaniels got 5 points.
Attacking right away. McDaniels wasting no time there.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Holmgren. Ooh, good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Chris Finch. We were talking about Chet Holmgren, the versatility of both ends. And Coach pointed out one thing in particular, saying that Chet has the ability to create for himself. He's a tremendous ball handler for his size. He has great footwork, and he stays on balance. He knows it's going to take a team effort defensively.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Gilgeous-Alexander against McDaniels. Edwards. Hartenstein pulls it in.
Under heavy duress, that's a low percentage shot. Gotta find something better than that.
Williams against DiVincenzo. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Williams.
Well, that's a moment he'd like to archive. Embarrassing lapse of judgment there.
Minnesota's gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. DiVincenzo picks him up.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Edwards for 3. That's tipped.
You know, at the end of the day, size does matter, especially on the glass.
Here's Hartenstein. Back to Williams. There's the triple. Knocks it down from distance. He has 7.
A shot that Williams continues to work on. You love seeing these type of results.
Here's Edwards. Here he goes. And Edwards slams it in.
I'll tell you, he is so tough to keep down once he gets near that rim.
Yeah. He can get up even a few notches higher.
Well, and that's exactly how the game is played in the paint.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Oklahoma City ahead, up 2. And we'll bring you the start of quarter number 2 when we return. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
I really like how they're knifing inside with confidence, exploiting any openings they see in the defense, taking advantage.
Another thing that's gone well for them is the mid-range jumper. It's been falling with ease so far.
On the floor for Oklahoma City, getting going in the second. Some serious height in the middle. Holmgren the 4, Hartenstein the 5. Caruso and Williams make up the perimeter, and it's Gilgeous-Alexander in at the point guard position. Oklahoma City trailing. Here's SGA, and slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Defenders just clearing out, and Gilgeous-Alexander came in with a purpose.
Here's Randall. Pass to Gobert. Great D that time from Holmgren.
A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one he'd like to have back.
Caruso, the pass to Holmgren. Back to Caruso. And here's Holmgren. 5 to shoot. Oklahoma City's got to hurry. They got to get up a shot. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander with the clock winding down. Oh, the speed, the vertical. Gilgeous-Alexander with a slam.
All it takes is a sliver of daylight, and Gilgeous-Alexander will exploit it.
Oh, a sensational slam by him.
Watch out now. Look out below. Edwards rising to the rafters.
This past offseason, OKC decided to move on from their former first-round pick, Josh Giddey.
Yeah, the 6th overall pick in 2021. Giddey is a talented player with good upside, but fit is so important in the NBA, and the Thunder knew his talents would be better suited elsewhere.
For three, Randall, and he buries his first look.
And you gotta have some confidence to fire back like that. Randall with no shortage of confidence.
Hartenstein with a screen on McDaniels. Gilgeous-Alexander, and Gobert with a block. Hartenstein with it. He's picked up by Edwards. Gilgeous-Alexander against McDaniels. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. The kick out to Williams. Off target with the three.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
McDaniels passes to Randall. And it's Randall with the jam.
You know, once he has the positioning he wants, he's ready for the big finish. Julius Randle throwing it down.
Down low. Ooh, the confidence from Holmgren inside. Wow, 8 lead changes in the first half. Unbelievable.
Yeah, both sides digging in for what looks like a war.
Hey, why settle for the layup when you can dunk it? DiVincenzo putting on a show on that day.
Williams on the wing. Launches a three. Offensive rebound. And Hartenstein slams it in.
And when the game is this close, you have to go all out.
He certainly understands his role, huh? When the shot goes up, just crashes the offensive glass.
You know, that time I thought he did it with authority. Tremendous putback at a time when they really need it.
Williams with it. He's picked up by Edwards. Pass to Holmgren. Out of bounds. The Timberwolves will take it.
Miscommunication oftentimes leads to turnovers. That's something they'll want to discuss.
And Minnesota with possession here. They trail by 1. Gobert, no good. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Tipped. And Chris Finch has called timeout. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. And Grant, we know the importance of the veteran leaders on a team, but not every vet wants to accept a mentorship role.
Very true, B.A. In your later years, that role becomes a blend of playing and kind of coaching. Not everyone is cut out for that.
Lets a floater go. And here's Caruso outside. And that comes off the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 assists in the game. Outside for Randall. Minnesota again missing. Oklahoma City leading by 4. Gilgeous-Alexander finds Williams. Now here's Holmgren. Here's the three. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. Gobert's got his 6th rebound on the night. Edwards for 3. McDaniels inside, working on Williams. And Chris Finch has called timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. There's 57 seconds left in the second period. Fires for 3. It's rebounded by Minnesota.
He came out today planning to do as much damage from three-point range as possible. Well, it looks like it's time to change up the plan, guys.
And Anthony Edwards has stated that his goal is to ultimately surpass Michael Jordan.
Hey, look, that is a lofty goal to run after. I don't know if he'll catch him, but I like the fact that he's ambitious enough and confident enough to put it out there. His ability speaks for itself. This guy's a star already, and his star continues to shine. His work ethic and confidence give me belief that he's going to have a chance to at least get close to that. We know about 25 years ago, there was a guy named Kobe Bryant who sought to do something similar to what MJ did, and he got pretty close to matching.
Randall with a steal. And Chris Finch has called timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Here's Edwards. Oh! Edwards packs it home!
And, you know, once Edwards flips that switch, now he stays fully engaged. His offensive arsenal is on full display.
Outside, Williams. That one's good. And so Gilgeous-Alexander with the assist. Gilgeous-Alexander's got assist number 5 here tonight. And here's Edwards outside. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. It's the Thunder leading by 3. And we've got more action coming your way after this break.
Get ready for the fifth. Drums, please. They're taking them off the sides.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Boy, you gotta like what we're seeing from Anthony Edwards.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
And is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Rudy Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's DiVincenzo in at point. So that's the lineup from Minnesota. Randle can't hit. Oklahoma City leading by 3. On the wing, Caruso. Off target from the wing.
Total breakdown from the defense there. I mean, he'll usually take advantage when that's the case.
Edwards, no good. We look at all the turnovers. Boy, what a way to drive your coach crazy.
Yeah, your game plan means nothing if your players can't execute.
Outside, Williams. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Holmgren. Outside, Williams. Off the mark there with a 3. And for the Timberwolves, they're shooting just 38%. Their offense not where they want to be. Grant, how about the rise of OKC? In just 2 years, transforming from a 24-win team to the top seed.
Incredible, B.A. The Thunder drafted well and gave those picks lots of playing time. Plus, they made some fantastic trades. And of course, don't forget, OKC still has a boatload of picks.
Hartenstein with a screen on McDaniels. Pass to Holmgren. Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. McDaniels covering. Gilgeous-Alexander no good. And here's Gobert. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. DiVincenzo with it. Caruso covers. Edwards with it. 12 points for him for the lead. Oh, it's blocked by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Read the eyes of the ball handler, and Gilgeous-Alexander able to get a hand up in time.
Here's Holmgren. 17-foot shot on the way. Rebound Minnesota. Gobert's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Here's Edwards. Rejected by Holmgren.
Wow, I mean, the 7'6" wingspan coming in handy. Holmgren loves swatting away shots just like this.
And that's how you defend. Glad we had a chance to see a replay of that block again.
Hey, we know every basket's a big one in a tight game, and he is not about to give up an easy look.
The Thunder have gone 0 for 4. Not the way they want to start the second half. And another miss by Oklahoma City.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide-open look in space there.
Offense has been hard to come by so far. A much-needed bucket right there.
Yeah, it's been a defensive battle, to say the least, partner. Good to see at least somebody got the ball in the basket. Finally.
Here's Edwards cutting inside. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Now it's a 3-point Minnesota lead.
Edwards flexing on them now. Bully ball inside.
And Jaden McDaniels picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Williams passes to Caruso. Back to Williams. 6 on the shot clock to end the drought. They get it again. Hartenstein. Another shot. Taking it inside. SGA.
And the D can't allow Gilgeous-Alexander to get this positioning, because once he does, he makes you pay.
Here's Edwards. And a nice finish on the layup. Edwards got 16 points now.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Here's Williams. It's blocked by Gobert. They recover it. Gilgeous-Alexander against Edwards. The three from Holmgren. It's not going to go for him. The Timberwolves lead by 3. Here's Edwards. And he drives in. The Thunder pull it in. Holmgren's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. And from what we've seen so far in his career, Anthony Edwards wants to be that guy in crunch time, Clark.
Yeah, I love his mentality. Not only in that he wants to be the guy, but he also wants to elevate his teammates. And he plays the game with an exuberance and a joy and a freshness that is, quite good to see. But I like his attack mentality and his willingness to step into leading his team by example at both ends of the floor.
All right, a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Thunder.
Yeah, they've collected an impressive number of steals so far, using fast hands to force some turnovers and then scoring on the other end.
They're very fast, but also at the defensive end, how about the way they've been able to deny shot opportunities? Just tearing the opposition up in terms of denial.
And now the T-Wolves on the break. Rejected by Holmgren. And it's out of bounds to Minnesota. And Minnesota with possession here. Edwards with it. Now guarded by Holmgren.
Look at right there. Oh, my goodness, that was wicked.
What a nasty finish.
And, you give Edwards credit for making the right decision there, feeding his teammate. Smart, good basketball.
Pure from three-point range. These teams just keep trading the lead.
Yeah, you wonder what it's going to take for someone to pull away.
McDaniels from long range. Nails it from 3. McDaniels got 5 points now in the quarter.
McDaniels with the big answer.
Caruso outside. Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. To the left wing from deep. Holmgren. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got 11 rebounds in the game. And Chris Finch calls timeout here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan.
Yeah, Coach no doubt wants to use this timeout to review the matchups and maybe make some adjustments as well.
And I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
Here's DiVincenzo. Pass to Gobert. Knocks it loose. Williams from long range. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. And Edwards, here we go. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. 3 quarters of play and a close one here. Timberwolves ahead, up 2. Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Thunder. Trailing by 2. Taking a look at the Thunder. Shea and Caruso are the backcourt pair. Some serious height in the middle. Holmgren the 4, Hartenstein the 5. And it's Williams in at the small forward position. He buries it from 3.
Well, you got to be able to shoot fast in the league. So it's nice to see Williams doesn't need a lot of setup time.
And up the court come the Thunder on the break. Here's Holmgren. Chet not messing around inside.
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
Exactly. I mean, when you're running neck to neck, Those kinds of mistakes tip the scales.
They throw good, Edwards. And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era, that may have come into question just a bit, but size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning.
McDaniels from long range, on target from range. And the Timberwolves lead by 1. All right, guys, what's your take on the hustle stats for Minnesota?
I like the fact that they've been very aggressive at the defensive end, tenacious. They're jumping passing lanes and coming away with a lot of steals.
And also attacking in transition has been working for them. We credit them for running the break well and being opportunistic.
Even Chenzo's got major bounce now. This kid is a big-time leaper. He can play at the rim and above it, too.
Here's Edwards. And that one barely misses as he draws contact. 2 free throws coming up. First one falls.
How about the work ethic of Anthony Edwards? Not to mention that linebacker build and the sweet shooting stroke. But what he wants most is to see his team succeed. That's what you love about AE. Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Hartenstein. The kick out to Williams. And stolen by Edwards. Gilgeous-Alexander with a steal. A shot to stop the run. It's rebounded by Minnesota.
Hey, sometimes the best looks don't equate to points.
Edwards for 3. Can't hit that one.
Not sure if he just ran out of gas or what. He's been awful ever since the second half started. Not even been a factor.
Williams against DiVincenzo. Edwards comes with a double team. Williams passes to Holmgren. 6 to shoot. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. The putback. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Minnesota leading by 5. Caruso against Edwards. Back to DiVincenzo. It's Edwards on the wing. Hartenstein pulls it in.
Come on. If you're going to go for the crazy dunk, you better finish it.
Back to Williams. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. And here we go. The Timberwolves on the run. Rejected by Holmgren. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Now guarded by McDaniels. Hartenstein passes to Holmgren. From behind the arc. Minnesota with a rebound. Gobert's got his 16th rebound on the night. To the inside. And it's Randall with the jam.
This is what he gives you night in and night out. Stellar production at the offensive end.
Gilgeous-Alexander double team. Caruso, the pass to Hartenstein. From deep, Holmgren. McDaniels with the rebound. McDaniels got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Edwards, driving to the basket. Rejected by Holmgren. Pass to Hartenstein. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams from long range. And that comes off the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander's got assist number 8 now on the night. Edwards against Caruso. Outside for Randall. Here's DiVincenzo. Gilgeous-Alexander with a steal. Pushing it up the floor. Here comes Oklahoma City. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That'll be a second foul of the game. Hartenstein a screen. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Holmgren. And another 3 for Oklahoma City.
He's such a clutch shooter. He just lives for the big shot.
Minnesota in the lead. DiVincenzo with it. Now guarded by Holmgren. Outside, DiVincenzo. Outside McDaniels. Another miss by Minnesota.
Kevin, you can understand the shot selection. I mean, he wanted to go back at him and just came up short on the triple. Williams
passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. chance there to take the lead, but a miss. Minnesota's gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. And the foul on Alex Caruso. That's it for him. He's fouled out of the game. The Thunder making a switch here. Dortch checked in. And stolen by Williams. Here we go, all alone.
Talk about stepping up in a big way.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Edwards looking it over. Picked by Gobert. Pass to DiVincenzo. Offensive struggles continue. Missing again. They can't afford to waste this shot.
Moments like this are what it's all about.
Right side, Williams. Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. Edwards with it. Now Gilgeous-Alexander defending.
It's the fire he's playing with that has him leading the team in rebounds.
I tell you what, guys, nobody's been more physical in this game than he has. He has been a glass eater.
And we've got a timeout called by Mark Daigneault. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. Back to Williams.
Yeah, just trying to keep this game alive. Not a bad foul right there.
Sure, it's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
And he does get the second one. And that'll put him up 2. And Chris Finch calls timeout here. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. What's the best strategy for him?
I would honestly attempt to get the ball near the rim because even if the shot doesn't fall, a quick putback will suffice.
And the officials are signaling for a review of the last-second buzzer beater. Boy, this game hangs in the balance of this review now.
The previous play is under review. The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And no, the basket will not count. This game is over.
Oh my, talk about